All right. I sat with this album for over 3 days, and I'm thinking I'm ready to talk about it. So let's get into my review. What's the fibbity dibbity do YouTube? It's your boy Clark County back here with another fucking album review. Today I'm going to be reviewing 21 Savage of Metro Boomin's Savage Mode 2. Now, I wanted to take my time with this one, bro, because I ain't gonna lie, the first time I listened to the joint, I ain't really fuck with it much. But I'm like, albums, it's rare that you know what I'm saying, love an album out the gate. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take a step back. I'm gonna sit with the album. I'm gonna digest it and get all of it that it has to offer out, and then I'll come up with my opinion on it. And after having a few listens, I can say it grew on me, bro. It grew on me. I really fuck with the album, though. I really do. But it's definitely a step back from his critically acclaimed 2019 album, I Am versus I Was. But that album was one of my fucking favorite albums of that year, bro. It's a surprise album for me. Coming from a nigga like 21 Savage, bro. I learned so much shit about this man in that fucking album, bro. That album was it had so much growth to it, bro. How 21 became so mature in that fucking album, bro. The album was so fucking good. It was nominated for a motherfucking Grammy. It lost, though, to my nigga, you know what I'm saying? But it still was, nominated for a Grammy. And it's a 21 Savage album. So that's how much that album means to me. That album is fan-fucking-tastic. And after hearing this album is good. It is really, really good. But it's not as good as that. I did not expect his next album to be, you know what I'm saying, this. Like a step back from what he did. Because the writing here is not so tight, bro. And I didn't learn anything new from this nigga, bro. It's basically 21 Savage from 2016, 2015, 21, bro. It's the same one. It's like he made a great, like he was progressing. That he reached his peak, and then he went back to his old formula. And for some 21 Savage fans who was with him in the beginning, this is fucking great news for y'all. This is great news, bro. You got the old 21 back. But for people like me who like watching people grow and mature and learning new things and what they've experienced with this newfound fame and all that shit, bro, this is really a step back for me, because he's back with the hood talk, you know what I'm saying, and the snitches, killing, gang shit that we heard a million times before. It's a good album still, though. Beats on it is fantastic. I mean, it's Metro Boomin. What you expect? And usually I don't like listening to a whole album with one producer, because, this style becomes, you feel me? But Metro Boomin, bro, he knows how to change it up throughout the album. So overall, the beats were fantastic, and it's what carried the album, because the hooks weren't so great. The writing wasn't so great. The features were pretty good, though. Drake came in with a fucking fire-ass feature, bro. Bar after bar after the bar. That scissor line, bro. Is that true? Or is he just, like, making that up and trying to, you know what I'm saying, shoot shots at scissors like, yo, I want to get in those panties, because it's not the first time he shot a scissor line. So is it true that he used to fuck with her in the past? I don't know, but it don't seem like they would be, she was a little bit thicker then. It wasn't so good looking, but I don't know, bro. I don't think she's like Drake's type. But now she is. I mean, she's a bad bitch right now. But that scissor line, Young Thug came through, bro. At first sounded like Offset. Then he started turning into the Thug I recognize, one of the most featured artists in the game right now. He did a good feature. Usually his features are hit or miss. This one was definitely a hit. Young Nudie. And I think that's about the only features on here, bro. 21, the hooks were okay, running, sliding, Glock in my lap. You feel me? It's just, it's very bare bones, it's basic, and very, very lazy. But the beats, it's the beats was keeping this album going for me, bro. But there are some standout tracks on this motherfucker. Like, my personal favorite on the whole goddamn album is R.P. Love, bro. It's basically a track about how a bitch broke 21's heart and turned him to a cold red pill motherfucker, bro. A cold alpha nigga, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's basically a little story of like, this bitch broke my heart, so I'm gonna treat every other bitch like the way she did me. You feel me? And I really fuck with her song. It was a fucking vibe. I was just like, jamming out to, the 21. And when that song came on, I stopped, man. I was just like listening and bobbing and that shit. I'm like, okay, 21. That's the kind of shit I want to know, bro. Like that's the kind of shit I want to hear, bro. Is what I expected throughout the whole album. Not like heartbreak shit, but just like getting into your feeling, like getting into your head. Like what you got going on? I learned something new. You know, I learned something about him. You know what I'm saying? I learned how he got his heart broke and how he did so much for what's his name, and you know. That song is just really stand out for me because I guess I can relate to that. You know what I'm saying? I got my heart broken in the past, and it turned me to a red pill alpha motherfucker too. And I fuck with songs like My Dog, Many Men, which is like a reference to 50. Uh, shit, Glock in My Lap, even though the hook is repetitive as shit, bro, that shit still goes hard. And yo, Morgan Freeman though, like, how much did they pay Morgan Freeman to be on this motherfucker? Like, they got the real. At first, when he came in through the intro, bro, I thought they got like a sounding like, you know, a Morgan Freeman impersonator to do the fucking album. But then I started going online and shit, and people talk about it's the real Morgan Freeman, bro. How much did they pay that motherfucker to come and do this shit, bro? He took out his time to come. It said some pretty well written line. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Morgan Freeman was the best thing on this album. Aside from the beats, Morgan Freeman was the best thing on this album, bro. Now I know what a difference of a snitch and a rat is. He gave some pretty good life advice and shit. Like, I learned a lot of shit just by listening to Morgan Freeman, bro. He came through, but he was one of the best things in the album, bro. He was a fucking highlight, bro. So how much did you pay that motherfucker? And who wrote those lines for him? Because I know you did, motherfucker. But overall, bro, that shit is a solid album, bro. It's not as good as, definitely not as good as his last project. And it's not as good as Savage Mode 1, bro. Savage Mode 1 it has too many heavy hitters, bro. I'm sorry, bro. That album is a classic. His last album, the progression. And this album is just a step back. But it's still solid, bro. You know what I'm saying? For 21 fans or just something to listen to, bro. Right now, it's good. It's good music to play in the car and just, you know, turn up to. But overall, yeah, solid. Nothing special. I hope for your next album, bro, progress more, give me more stories, you know, tell me more things about you and what you experience and what you got going on, bro. Make another album like the last one, bro. You feel me? More mature, more progression. I wanna know more about you, dog. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed that review. I give it a solid. I know you see you see the things in below. And hell yeah, bro. I see y'all niggas on my next fucking review, dog.